I played when I was in high school, played basketball, baseball, and football, and lettered, and from the 10th, 11th, and 12th, well, no, 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, I lettered, and I made a Hall of Fame, and went in with the first group going into the Hall of Fame. And I scored my first touchdown playing against Baymonette, in Baymonette. I guess it more likely was Armistice Day. I don't know for sure, but we beat them 7-0. That was my first touchdown there. And so after that, I went on and played first team for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade, and scored in the first 3 games in 48. I scored 12 touchdowns, I believe it was, in the first 4 games or something like that, which was pretty good back in those days, you know.
Pretty good right now.
And so I was basically in school, had a good time, but wasn't too much on the books and stuff like that, but had a good time playing all the sports, basketball, baseball, football, and stuff like that. And before I was in 8th grade, we had this, in the 7th grade, we had 3 guys from Barron Field come in and coach us. Had one guy, I remember his name was Butover. He could drop kick a field goal about 40, 50 yards, and he was really good, and they were fairly good coaches. And after that, when Coach Davis came in there, he was a big guy and he was tough, and to the University of Alabama, and came in and coached this 1 year. It was in when I was in the 8th grade. That was 44, I believe it would be 44. He came here, and he was tough, folks. He was the toughest I ever seen, and he said one afternoon, his daughter walked across the field, and they lived right behind we still had the wooden fence around the stadium. And Coach Davis lived on that'd be the north side of the field, playing field. And his daughter, which was a real pretty girl, she walked across the field doing practice one afternoon, probably around 3:30 or something like that maybe, and one of our players whistled at her. I mean, I'm not going to say his name, maybe, but he said, Coach Davis, he said, "Good Lord, to give me strength not to kill that SOB for whistling at my daughter. If he ever does again," he said, "I will do that." And well, that's so much for that there. Nobody whistled at his daughter when she crossed that field no more. And he was a tough coach everywhere. Sometimes he would he'd take the football if somebody wasn't tackling real good. He said, "You tackle me, son, I'll show you how to run over you." He'd take that ball and run over like somebody, Jack Moore, one of our best defensive linemen, you know, guys like that, or Thomas Odom maybe, or Tom Anderson, or something like that, or Joe Beach, and those guys were good. They pretty tough balls themselves. He'd run, take that ball and just run over and stomp them. And he'd show them what he could do. I guess he was a good college football player himself. He was a hell of a coach, I can say that for him. And he taught me a few lessons. I know that, not to whistle any girls going across the field. And time of the Atmore game. Let's see, we were playing Atmore. This was in 45 or 46, I believe. Yeah, 46. At halftime, the score, Atmore had us, I'm going to say 31-0. And Coach Meredith got up there, he was hot. And he said, Jim Tom Anderson was playing left end, Jack Moore playing left tackle, Joe Beach was playing left guard, Pete Blackwell was playing left linebacker. He said, Jim Tom said, "What's your problem?" Jim Tom Anderson said, "Coach, there's 3 men blocking me every time." "Jack, what's yours?" He said, "Coach, there's 3 men blocking me every time." Joe Beach, "What's your problem?" He said, "Coach, there's 3 men hitting me." "Pete, what about you?" He said, "Coach, there's 3 men coming through there blocking me every time." Well, he threw his hat down on the floor and said some very choice words. And when I got the second half, I think we helped them. Maybe they scored 1 touchdown that second half. We played a little bit harder the last time. He said, "No damn wonder we were behind 31-0. They had 33 men out there on the damn field." We got to do something about that.